We are here with Washington State women's basketball players Bella Murekatete and Charlisse Ledger-Walker. Ladies, your team picks up a 77-57 win over Montana. Charlisse, we'll start with you. Just how big of a win is this for the program, and just how nice is it to see your three-point shot going down? You tied your career high tonight with 6 3-point shots. So just a little bit about that and just the win collectively, and we'll open the floor for questions.
I think as a team, this is a huge win for us. Like you said, we haven't beaten Montana in a while. So just, again, getting some firsts and breaking new records as a team, I think is awesome, not just for our confidence going forward, but, for everybody else who's watching and tuning into our games. It's a big statement game. So really happy with, obviously, the result. I think overall, definitely so many areas we can still improve. Obviously, coming out a bit slow defensively in the first half is a big thing we've talked about. So looking forward, I think that's something we really need to just hone in on, is starting out strong but on both sides of the floor. You mentioned the threes. I don't know, my team got me in great spots, and I was able to, obviously get a lot up and knock the majority of them down. So, yeah, just feeling good, happy about that. I think, like I said in, a couple of the other interviews, I'm not going to stop shooting if I'm open. It's just you have great games and some games don't go your way, but, yeah.
We will open the floor for questions. Please mention your name and the organization you're with before your question, and then we'll pass the mic around the room. So, go ahead.
All right. So Bella, you've been on a roll in the last few games with a lot of double-doubles. Didn't quite get the double-double tonight, but still a great point performance. I guess what kind of factors into your focus these last few games?
Well, I know I'm a huge part of this team, and they need me to perform better in order for us to succeed. So I've been locked in, I guess, a little bit more than I've been in the past years.
Awesome. I forgot to state my name, Sam Taylor Daly Evergreen, and then I guess what has separated this season from maybe previous seasons for you in terms of your start?
Well, this season I just became mature and I just grew up. And freshman year, just came in not expecting anything and not knowing what to expect at a college level. Sophomore as well, and junior year I played all right, but again I'm just fortunate enough and thank the men above to just keep blessing me with good games.
And Charlisse, I saw that there was a moment where there was a dispute between AT and the ref about the ball, and you kind of were speaking with her. I guess what was your role in terms of as a mentor to the younger players, and I guess what was your thought process in that moment?
Yeah, I think my role in those situations is really just to keep the team together. A big thing for me personally is, you're never going to change a decision that a ref makes. It's very rare that is going to happen. So I think it's just wasted energy sometimes arguing with the ref. Obviously, when people are passionate about the game, that's going to come and that's normal. But I think on the flip side, as a leader and somebody who people look up to and, I have a bigger responsibility just to get their heads back to, being present in the moment, let it go, move on. And I'm going to continue to do that for my team because that's what they need from me.
And you spoke to kind of the focus on a strong defensive start that still needs to happen. I guess what factors into that strong defensive start? What do you guys need to do to start games stronger defensively?
I think it's just, one, concentrating on our game plan and staying in that, being disciplined to stay, in our defensive schemes. And then secondly is being able to adjust. I think a lot of teams, sometimes we have a set game plan, we have defensive plays that we want to make, and then they do something slightly different and we get thrown off and we don't adjust right away. So I think coming together in our huddles and our timeouts and just really talking about it right then and there and adjusting straight away will help us, change it within the half rather than having to go to the big halftime break and then make adjustments after that.
Luke Kilgore, KUGR Radio. Ladies, first of all, great game tonight. The combination of Keely Burton Oliver and Carmen Gfeller combined for 25 points at half. And then here comes the second half, and they get 4 more points, and that's it. Was Cammie giving you some words of advice? What was the adjustments made at halftime that made a huge difference defensively?
Yeah, again, I think it's just that adjustments that we didn't make in the first half. The guards were trying to chase down and we were catching the bigs low, and they were getting a lot of open threes just off bad switches, and there was 2 people pursuing the ball. So, coming back into halftime, we talked about, we can actually automatically switch that, make sure they can't get wide open threes, and I think, most of their points came from the three-point line. And so, as you said, going into the second half, obviously taking those away changed the game significantly. So those adjustments and just being locked in again to sticking with our team game plan.
Yep.
Charlisse, how did it feel, I believe, against South Dakota State, 11 or 13 points there? How did it feel to get back into the 20 spot and, get back into your groove as a high-volume scorer? I
think personally, I'm not too fazed about necessarily being in a specific scoring mentality. I know that, different games are going to go differently, whether it's I'm scoring or I'm facilitating, whether I'm on the defensive end for teams. So I don't think that plays a really big part mentally coming into the game right now, just for what our team needs. But, obviously coming out and having a game like this, obviously combining with Bella, and just getting open shots and open looks always feels good. But yeah, I don't necessarily think it's a lull or anything like that, because it's not really a focus point all the time, I should say.
And you two specifically combined for 45 points today, but 2 others ended up double digits in the scoring column. How does you two getting going offensively really help open up the rest of the team?
Yeah, I think, we have a lot of weapons on our team. We say that a lot. At any point in time, we can have, all of our starters or even people coming off the bench put up a lot of points. I mean, you see Johanna come in and shoot 3 back-to-back threes, and she's capable of that at any point in the game. Same with Tara Wallach. All of Matuga can get going, AT. So we have a lot of opportunities. Obviously, the ball does tend to be in mine and Bella's hands a lot, so I think that's where a lot of the production comes from, and being effective in those positions that we are is why the points are like that. But, we're confident in our teammates in that at any point in time, any of them can score.
Yeah, like Charlisse said, everybody's capable of having a night, and it's just us right now, and next game, Yo's probably going to have 20, 30 points, and AT's going to have 14, 20 points, and so is Tara's going to have 20 points. Everybody's capable of having a night, and not just us. Everybody's a weapon.
Stefan Wiebe with the Lewiston Tribune. Charlisse, at the start of your guys' kind of big run there was one of the first of your 2 threes there was a sequence where you guys got the steal, and then those 2 quick passes to find you for that 3. I guess, is that just an example of kind of some just good all-around defense and passing basketball for you guys that you guys are, trying to play this season?
Yeah, I think that just shows a glimpse of how good we can be and shows our potential on the defensive end. As a team, when we get going defensively, it generates so many transition points for us, and the ball tends to move a lot. So I think when we get stagnant on both ends of the floor, that's when it's kind of hard to find those production. But yeah, I think it just shows, what we're capable of, moving the ball, flying around, getting easy turnovers and easy steals, obviously is really good for us. So, yeah.
And then, Bella, I mean, obviously that run was big for you guys. Just what was clicking for you guys on that run? What do you see just as a whole on that run?
Thank you. Well, we were scoring no matter what. We just needed to get some stops on defense, and halftime coach told us to get to again stay with our scheme and knowing what we need to do on defense, and that's what helped us to get some stops.
Trevor Williams with Washington State Athletics. Bella, how have you developed your post game? We've seen the post moves kind of get crisper and crisper and crisper over the years. What kind of work are you putting in to be able to have those good moves in the post?
I honestly, I just worked with Lori. Lori's just the best person to help you. Every single time you feel like you're off, you just get in the gym and ask Lori to help you, and she was gonna help you. And this whole summer I worked with Charlisse and Lori, and I'm just blessed and fortunate enough again to just see them actually work in a game, and it just kind of feels pretty good.
And Charlisse, I wanted to ask you about Estera Tahina. seemed to play really well tonight in terms of pressure and composure. And what are you noticing from her? And obviously it's tough coming in as a freshman, but she's really stepped up and looks like it's done a good job.
Oh yeah, AT has such a big, potential in her game. She's a great point guard for us. Her vision, the passes she makes, the decision making for a freshman, I think is pretty unbelievable for the amount of games she's played. So yeah, she's great for our team. I think, again, like we were saying, she's another person who can come in and get us going offensively at any point in time, but also defensively, I think she's started to lock in a bit more. Obviously, she's having to mark their other guards, best guards on their team. So I think she's been really trying to focus in on that aspect of her game as well. But yeah, I'm really excited for her going forward, seeing what she can do. I think she's obviously going to be great in this league, and she's only going to get better going throughout the season.
Yeah.
Andrew Quinn, Creme 2 TV in Spokane. Charlisse, on that 12-0 run in the third quarter to end the third, you guys were tied, and then you had started off really hot from beyond the three-point arc, and then you kind of missed a couple. What was it about that run that you were able to just lock it back in? Was it kind of your placement on the court, or was it just how the ball found you during that run specifically?
Yeah, I think a bit of both of what you said, but just going back to, the defensive pressure, I think the best offense is defense. When you're getting those easy steals, you're turning them over, and then they're having to scramble, and they don't have the right matchups and things like that. We came back and had a few set plays that we were going to run, and then out of the flow of transition as well. I think we played well together, getting us in the right spots, and then, again, they just found me for open looks, and I made them today, so woo.
And then can you talk a little bit about Grace Sarver's defense during that period and just how clutch she was for you guys tonight just on the defensive end?
Yeah, no, G was amazing tonight. Just her presence on defense. I don't know, I think she got 5 steals, so that speaks volumes to how hard she worked. She's in the gym every day, and she's one of the hardest working people out there at training. She's always there, got energy. She's always the hardest working person on defense, and I don't think people notice that a lot sometimes in games, but she is a huge part of our team, and she just brings that extra energy off the bench to get us going, when we kind of have a lull or a stagnant, again, offensively or defensively. So, yeah, big props to G. She was a huge part of this game today, and
and we're gonna need her. We're gonna need her in more games because she's a senior. She's mature. She knows what to expect, and she's
right.
a leader.
She's so capable. I think
exactly
the growth in her game as well. You can see the different IQ and decision making she makes now, like defensive plays, and it's just really cool to see her get those plays and make those plays. So again, going forward, I think throughout the season, again, she's going to be a huge part of our team, and I'm just excited again to watch her as well.
Exactly. Congratulations on the victory. We'll talk to you guys after the Portland game. Best of luck in Portland, and go Cougs.
Go Cougs.
Thank you. Go Cougs.